episode of Ground Floor, where we can agree to disagree and still be family. That's the theme song off my second album, JLE World. What up, though? I'm your host, JLE, my amazing entrepreneur co-host, Teri. What's going on with you?
Chilling.
Okay. Shout out to all the veterans on this Veterans Day of Observation Day and tomorrow. Appreciate your service.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna talk about "Will You Hold Me Down?" I titled it.
Woo.
It's gonna be interesting. And I was doing a little studies earlier, and a lot of people.
Oh, you did research. Got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more professional with this thing a little bit more.
Well, one of us should be. Go ahead.
When we talk about when we hold you down as a title, women or men dating people in prison, because I've learned men are doing the same thing.
It's not as many, but go ahead. The
I
fellas,
was
don't hold the women down like the women hold the fellas down. But go ahead.
Yeah, because I know my homeboy who was deputy sheriff tell me stories of the dudes be cussing the female out on the phone, but you better have my money on the card, this, that, and that. And like they send it. I'm like, what?
And see, that's what I've never understood. But go ahead before I get heavy into it.
That's crazy.
I never understood that. Like, how you gonna talk to me crazy from over there?
Exactly. And you locked down. I'm
no,
helping
you.
You
not want to be somebody's girlfriend before I am. Like, cut it out.
Yeah, but ideally there was more men than women in prison, about 93% to a 7% ratio.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a lot of people that are looking, especially on the women aspect, looking for a connection where they might do the mail or if they got chat rooms for this stuff now because we got technology everywhere. And I was quite shocked.
Well, from that perspective, I'm not shocked, and I'll tell you why.
Sure.
Although for me, I've never dated someone that was like in prison. In prison, meaning there are women who meet men that are in prison and start to date them while they're in prison. And while for a lot of people that does not make sense, I'm somebody who attempts to look at the bigger picture and attempts to be empathetic and try to place myself in other people's position to at least try to have an understanding. And I'm going to tell you, although I don't think it's for me.
Oh, you got the finger waving out.
Yeah, I don't think it's for me.
There we go.
But no, understand, I do get how, because dudes these days aren't big on communication. So I do get how you could get lost in having somebody who wants to talk to you every day. You know what I mean? Who like really, really is invested in conversation with you every day and wants to know how your day was and is invested that way.
Now, there are some men that do want to know that, to be balanced.
We done had these conversations and
it's still true.
I'm not convinced.
It is.
And the ones that I've encountered that want to know how my day was, that ain't why they want to know.
So they try and get it in.
What I did. They want to make sure I didn't do something or make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not.
I mean, you got to think about there's some good women that raise some decent men, and it might lean more to them.
Is that what our conversation is about today? Because I don't have the capacity.
No, we're talking about prison, but there are some that do. Now, granted, there are a lot of dudes that don't. So it's a plethora of dudes sit behind bars that are man talking. They ain't got nothing else to do.
Now, it's not for me because, unfortunately, I'm a verb girl. You know, I'm an action girl. So, like, you can only talk to me so much. I'm not a window shopper. Like, I don't want, like, I'm an action person. Like, we got to be in the moment. I like spontaneity. Although I'm saying that, although everything needs to be planned.
Yeah, that might not work for you.
Yeah, no, I need, like, yeah, you know, so that part does not work for me. However, I can get how if you are lonely for attention, for somebody like paying you attention or just like giving a fuck about you, I can get how you could get lost in that as a woman in this world today. I can get that. I understand that. But what I need my sisters of all colors and creeds to understand is that when they get out, they regular men.
What that mean?
They gonna go back to regular. What you mean? Like they gonna go back? They
ain't got time to talk.
It's like this press. If I spray some water on, it's gonna be an afro.
So you be taking little shots on the show. And I have to keep it balanced because you have a lot of great points, but there's a small percentage.
Listen, come on, listen, I understand for the sake of argument and the sake of you trying to, argue your argument for the sake of all nigga kind. I get it. But the reality is the reality that when they get out, 999 times out of 1,000.
No. You got at least 100 dudes that actually do want to do that, but females.
We talking about the jail ones. We talking about the ones that was in the
just the regular dudes that ain't locked up right now.
So you polled them. You did the statistics.
I ain't do statistics on that, but I'm just giving a rough estimate. It's at least give me your 1,000 number.
So give me your scientific answer for why your statistics don't match mine.
Okay, we're just gonna be it's ground floor. We keep it real. Most women want a thug like dude that's gonna take them to Pound Town. A dude want to talk about your feelings is too soft. I don't want to deal with him.
But that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is proximity. We're talking about proximity, and proximity changes perspective. Proximity changes ability. You get what I'm saying? So proximity and where you are changes your ability in what you say to me and how you move with me. So when you're locked in there, you talking to me and you saying all the right things to me, and you saying and doing all the right things. And you building this fantasy that sounds amazing. I mean, cause shit, it sounds good to me. At first, I wasn't even thinking about a horse and a carriage, but you making that horse sound nice. Like I never thought I wanted a horse, but fuck it, give me a horse.
You know
what I'm saying? But now that you're out and you're out in the world and you see more, you know what I'm saying? There's other people. I was just talking to you nasty on the phone. Now you got the people out here that's actually doing the stuff that now you seeing more asses, you seeing more it's all of this stuff going on and you out here actually in the world. Now you can be yourself.
And again,
now proximity does not play a part. Well, actually it does play a part, but where you were before is not playing a part in who you are to me.
Again, there are dudes that
this is not my experience. Okay, we're talking about statistics.
Want to talk to the female, some decent brothers, but in a dating realm of, especially within our culture, that dude will not be considered an alpha dude. Like you say, dude locked up, he ain't got no choice but to talk to you because that's all he got. And if you actually reached out to him, he's gonna be happy to say he reached out to him. He talked to a female. But as you put him, when he come out, he's regular.
Have way more
options. He ain't trying to talk. There's already dudes out here now that do want to talk, but some females not checking for them.
I don't think you're aware of how many opportunities these men have. These men in prison have a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, it's baffling, but there are dudes that are not locked up that do want to talk to female, but some females ain't.
We're not even talking about them right now, though.
But you say when they come out, they're going to be the dudes that's out here.
Yes,
but there's no dude that want to talk.
You got to understand is what I'm saying is they already laced up because they weren't just talking to me. They had somebody else just like me that they were selling the same damn fantasy to. And see, I never forget.
Oh my goodness.
I never forget. I had a cousin who was in
Okay.
prison, and he had, I don't know if old girl was his wife at the time or just his baby mama, but he had two girls he was writing at the time from prison. And I don't know if you're aware or not, they can't seal their envelopes up first. They have to be looked
Yeah,
at.
they gotta check all that stuff.
Yeah, they have to check all that stuff. And I guess he had a CO or somebody who didn't really particularly care for him. Because at some point they started switching the letters to the women. And they would just, switch them out and put them in the opposite envelopes. And that's how he got caught up. That's how they knew that basically they were getting the same, basically very similar stories, very similar promises.
Okay.
I mean, but for me, I've never had the in prison experience. I've had here's where it might get a little sticky. I've had the halfway house experience.
Okay.
Years ago, but many moons ago. And for me, that was okay. And because it was just like, okay, see you in the daytime, at night I don't have to be bothered.
Okay.
So I mean that for me was okay, and that as long the person had a plan. I don't know. That's the only experience I personally have.
Now, why did you say, okay, I'll see you later type deal? Not like, all right, cool, can't wait to see you.
Oh yeah, can't wait to see you.
You didn't say that at first. You're like, okay, cool.
No. That's definitely how I felt. I just couldn't see myself holding it down for somebody. Like, yeah, I'm okay. So in my past life, no, I'm just keeping it real. In my past life, I was with somebody who could have potential, due to what they were doing, they could have potentially gone to prison for some time. And we had to have conversations like this, and I just remember, keeping it real with them, telling them like, if you got caught up and you got this many amount of years, this is how we would do it. And if this happened, this is how we would do it. If this happened, this is how we would do it. And I kept it real, like, I will hold you down for this time. But what I mean by hold you down is I would make sure you straight. I would do this. I would whoop you whoop. But I would keep it real and say, listen.
She got the hand out.
I'm going to hold you down means, I'm going to keep it clean, but I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to be pleased as a woman for all of these years. I'm not going to tell you no bullshit like that. And I'm not even going to do it because I can't get you to not be pleased as a man while I'm at Target.
Really?
But I'm gonna keep it where ain't nobody seeing it, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna keep it so very respectful, and I'm gonna make sure you straight, and I'm gonna still be everything that I'm supposed to be. Now, if it get past a certain amount of years, I'm just gonna make sure you straight on paper. I can't tell you I'm about to. I can't do that. Like I can't do that.
I got you. You got needs. I feel that. I'm amazed. I've known someone who actually the dude was wrongfully convicted, and they really did the time with him.
Okay, no, like if you wrongfully convicted, I could see that. I could see being like, okay, baby, I got you.
I was impressed. Like nothing. Okay.
Yeah, but see, like that's very different. Like that's a whole movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the whole movie.
yeah, like that's different. Yeah.
But you got some, even if he's convicted for doing dirt, doing the same thing.
No, but see, even with that, you have to kind of go with it too, because even with the dirt, I was there for, you know, I reaped every benefit of the dirt. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna act now like, you know, oh no. So that's why I said I'm gonna always have your back on paper. Always have your back on paper. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you I'm gonna sit here and twiddle my damn thumbs. Like I'm not gonna even. Now, what I will do is make you feel good about it mentally while you're there. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. You get what I'm saying? Like,
nah, I'm not. You be keeping it real. You're gonna get yours.
Out here while we talking about it, I'm keeping it real. But while you in there, I'll keep you mentally stimulated.
I got you.
This was just the real ass conversation we had to have right here.
Got you. At least you being upfront, because some people.
But see, unfortunately, that is my curse. Being away. I literally just with one of my sisters had a conversation today about how I'm too upfront, and like she said, well, you know, do people ask me if I'm, what did she say? Do people ask me, I don't know if she said too aggressive or whatever, but my thing is I'd rather say everything I am or everything that I want up front. That way, you just know. So when you fuck up, I can be like, look, see, now remember on page 5, chapter 6, article 11, like it said, like, I know I told you, you know. So I just rather be upfront about it all.
I mean, that's how it should be. It makes it simpler, but people don't. Because they don't want to deal with the other person's response to that type of honesty. So there are some people that, like you say, I'm gonna hold you down, and the moment they gone, they dealing with the homeboy, and it get back to him like, oh, losing out with Rick. Like, what?
Yeah, but see, and I know that has happened. For me, that has never happened. I've never dated with or been with a guy whose friend I even found. No. Now I've had their friends try or, you know, do little slick stuff that made, you know, and I had to be like, and so for me in those situations, I'm offended. I'm offended that you even thought you could, you know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm personally offended. Like, I almost want to fight you. I don't even need him to do nothing to you. I personally have a problem with you, you know, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to him that's willing to do life with the person, because that's a serious decision.
But what you have to understand is you putting yourself in a prison for something you didn't even do. And then what you must question is, I'm living a life of I'm questioning reciprocity everywhere I go. And if I can't get it from you, I can't give it to you. And I don't mean it has to be the exact same thing. And I don't mean that we have to literally weigh it out gram for gram. But because you may not have exactly what I have, or I may not make as much money as you. You get what I'm saying? But if you can't give me like, I can't give you like, you know, I just no.
I mean, there's definitely an issue if you're a female and you're looking there to find someone that it kind of says, you don't think there's nothing out here, so let me try there.
Right. But also in that, know what you're setting yourself up for and know what you're getting. You have to listen, please know who you have. Don't make that man out to be something he's not. Don't think like, oh yeah, he gonna come out and he gonna be the CEO of Coca-Cola Girl, because he's not.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? Like, don't. You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
You gotta know what you got.
You already know. They didn't got in their head. Okay, we're gonna be the next Jay and Bay. We're gonna do that. Now maybe he might have a drive and they can, and maybe
listen.
Might want to go back.
But here's the thing: be prepared for the worst, sis.
Mm-hmm. But there are some decent ones out here. I don't know they at, but there are some.
He said that.
It's true. I represent that percentage. I can speak on that from experience. And my homeboys that are dirtbags get way more females because they run to that. Females ain't checking for these dudes all the time. Maybe it might change. But we're about to go to the next topic that Teri came with, which is interesting.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, you can speak on what made you want to talk about this one.
Actually, I came across something that I forget exactly what it said, but it resonated with me just from a couple conversations that I had been having with some women that have gone through this same thing, and it's just their experience with being with or dealing with men who had less than them or made less money than them, and their experiences with that.
Okay. Now we're gonna bring a special guest. I guess your name's going by Lex tonight.
Yeah.
Another friend of Teri. Good people.
Yes. Y'all know it when y'all see it.
But when I looked for some stats, the most I came across were if you were married, 55% situation, the man was a breadwinner, making an average of 96,000 to the wife's 30. And then 16% of marriages, you had the wives making more, where it was a little more of 10% range of 88,000 to that 35,000. And there was only a 6% where they were the sole breadwinner. He ain't working. With that, we're gonna bring Lex to this conversation.
Everybody ain't voting. It got to be more than that. Go ahead.
That's
I know way too many women personally that make more money. No, I'm not saying that in no bad way. I'm just saying.
Bring you Lex to the stage. Welcome, Lex. Thanks for joining the show.
Hey,
Jeff. Hey, T. How's it going?
hello.
So what's your take on this topic?
So I don't like those statistics. I'm gonna have to agree with T. It's people not voting. They missed the survey.
They not voting.
Surveys out here. We be like, nah, no comment. I definitely can say I've had that experience, a couple of times. It is unfortunate, but I definitely think it starts off as like imposter syndrome, right? Okay. So, hey, we're going to level up together. Yep. I'm so excited for you. This looks great on you. Absolutely. Then it's like, talking with the homies, you know what I'm saying? Cause I've heard side homie conversations like, yeah, she make more, but we'll get there. Or yep, it's going towards the house or like now we claiming it as ours, right? Because it's our money. I mean, is it our money, when we making more? And then after a while, it'll turn into, oh, you think you better than me.
Now, did you show that to the guy? How you interacted with him?
No, of course not. I'm always level-headed. It's us. I'm like, hey, I'm doing well. What can we do for you? Are you okay where you are? Do you want to do better? And that's where I say imposter syndrome, because the conversation is, yeah, I want to do better. Yeah, I want to make more money. Yeah, I want to contribute as much as you're contributing, but we not moving, or we only moving because the other person moving, right? We're not moving in unison. We're just doing it to foot a bill so we don't lose that person. You know what I'm saying? Doing just enough.
Now, what has been the reasons for that situation? They wasn't really moving. Was it they weren't trying, or they trying but they ain't break through yet?
If you comfortable, why would you move? If you like how you live in and you don't necessarily, I mean, your girl just so happened to get a promotion. You know what I'm saying? She so happened to do a little good. Why? I'm okay. I got her. I could probably keep her if I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll look around a little bit. I might apply for a job. Dang, I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could fake it a little bit.
Okay, so now I gotta go there. Was this a good dude from Jump or the street type dude?
Oh,
I know what it is. So
I don't know what is with you in these dudes.
Because y'all know what y'all date. Let's keep it real.
Wait, y'all. Wait a minute.
Women know what y'all date. Let's keep it
Don't
real.
insult me with the y'all.
First of all, you contradicting the hell out of yourself, Jeff, because you keep saying all of these good guys out here. I don't know what makes you think
that
I
know so.
Because here's the reality. Anybody that knows me knows I like cornballs. Don't get me wrong. I done like, oh yeah, a thug, da 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 da. That might be what I look at and what I scroll past. But in real life, for my everyday life, cornball me. No, don't cornball me.
But
you know.
Now, when I say good dude, he's a man. He knows how to function. He has his own place, job, car. The stuff a man's supposed to have.
Bare minimum. And it's comfortable with bare minimum. There are dudes like that are good dudes.
But then
now what do you mean by bare minimum? Because he could be making, say, 70,000. That's bare minimum?
Can I support two people?
And it has. I mean, granted, the times right now are a little different, but
okay, so if the girl is contributing more than 70,000 and he's only doing 70,000 and we're having conversations, right? And he wants to do better, and he thinks he's doing good enough.
Well, because see, what she's saying is, because sometimes what happens is a person comes in and they'll see that you're driven, or you, in her experience, in her situation, and in a lot of people's situation, they'll come in and they'll see how driven you are and what you have going on. And so to attach to that, they'll say that that's what they want to, and that's what they want to do, and they love what you're doing. But that's really not who they are. That's the imposter syndrome. That's a part of it. You get what I'm saying? And so they start to we. They may really want to do that, but that's not who they are. And then so when all of that acting runs out, who they really are is left there.
Correct.
And that's where the resentment comes in. And so wait a minute. So you think you're better than me because I can't do that, or because I'm not doing that? So you think you're better than me because you have that? So it's not that she's acting like she's better than that person. They're now insecure because they, in their mind, think she's better than them.
Or the thing that
I get that, but there are some females that do take on that.
Listen, there may be, and actually, not even that there may be, there are, but that right now, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the situations where that's not the case.
Correct. Or from my experience, the thing that you loved about the person is the thing that you end up hating. You know, you love my ambition, you loved my drive, you loved, I was a go-getter, you loved that I wanted to level up. You like that I had a loud mouth, and I spoke up for myself, and I'm about it, and also professional. Right? But then when it rotates and it comes into our personal life, and you get Lex and then you get Alexis. Now we don't want it.
Okay, so back to the question: what type of guy was he from jump?
You are not allowing this train to take.
No, I'm listening to the train.
Listen, let me say something to you. This is what we got to do. I think that you are, and so you are defensive because we are talking about a man. And there's a lot of times, there's a lot of times where when we are talking about women, and I will keep it real, and I'll be like, listen, because the girls do be, and the women gotta quit looking at it like this. And you'll be like, well, where are these women at? I'll be like, listen, Jeff, it's like we all, because it's women wrong for looking at this like that. I will say, when a woman is dead wrong, but them aren't the men we talking about right now.
No, and I will tell you,
because I met guys that are imposters, talk a good game but full of shit, and I also have met females in conversation where the dude went about shit from jump, and they had to help raise him up. That's what I'm asking: was a dude on his own little track or a fixer upper? That context matters.
Yes, even that matters. But even with that, sometimes in those situations, when you grow up with somebody or y'all come from the same place and you love that person and you want that person to grow with you and all of that, all of those same things can still happen. And just because that person came from that area with you or live that lifestyle does not necessarily make that person a bad person. And they may really want to grow with you and grow out of that area and grow out of that space and just can't or just don't know how.
Correct.
So there are a lot of conversations going on, and I've encountered some where whether it be men or some females feel if a dude is, let's just say 85,000 as a median, that ain't shit. That's a decent living. I mean, maybe he might find his purpose and want to build something from that point.
So is that where we're stuck?
But we just that's the baseline. If he's at 85,000, he not shit. If he's a guy to say, okay, I got my stocks, this, I'm good, I can travel, we can do this. So would that be a problem?
Okay, so gross income is and what's enough is relative.
Correct.
To lifestyle, to
habit.
Yeah, to all of that. Because some people, some people are doing this, some people are doing that, some people travel, some people don't, some people have kids, some people don't. Some people want to live here, some people are cool with living there, some people mortgage, some people don't, some people, all of that is so very relative. So for her, she said, nah, because what we don't know about Lex is what her income is. So for her, she's saying she's worked so hard in her situation that for her, and this is what I'm eventually going to get to. I'm not going to let us not get to this. For her, anything less than what she makes is a problem. And let me tell you why it's a problem, because we was going to get to this. When a woman, and I can only speak, I was going to say specifically Black women, because that's all I could speak for me personally. But for a woman, when a woman dates a man, and not just dates, but lives with whatever, a man that has and makes less than them, it will almost always bring them down. It cannot elevate them.
Damn.
It cannot elevate them. Now, a woman can elevate a man. That same woman can somehow push that man to make more and to have more. But that man ain't elevating that woman. 9 out of 10. It just ain't motherfucking happening.
And I definitely think it's like an ego trip, right?
It's
like
definitely an ego thing.
If he's the one that's not making the money and he can't elevate her, you saying?
No, because I didn't say can't. No, don't listen to my words. He has, as a man, he has the ability to. I'm saying he ain't.
What's your percentage of that?
I'm saying he ain't.
So what would be your percentage you give to that?
Listen, and it for me,
I ain't seen it.
I only know what I know. I only know this does not come from any scientific statistics or anything. This comes from my personal life and the women that I know. That's what this comes from. So I can't pull up a graph for you. But I'm simply telling you what I know.
But it's not everybody, just to be fair. So there may be some flip side scenarios to this conversation.
There's always balance. There's always, that's why I say 9 times out of 10. So there's always, something on the other, the scale now. There's always something over there. It just ain't as much as it is over here. And I know that for sure. And I ain't no gambling woman, but I bet that's something I bet on tonight.
Yeah, but just
I'm telling you, I have been to Vegas.
They say like 90%.
I have been to Vegas 4 times and have never gambled. And I'm telling you, I will bet tonight.
But I mean, from your perspective, T, like if you're somebody that is jealous or hateful or resentful or imposterous, how are you going to pour into positively into somebody that you really don't fuck with?
And so that's what happens.
Right.
It ends up is because the resentment is not intentional. See,
No.
that's what I'm trying to say. It's not like this man starts off mad or anything. It's a thing
Mm-mm.
that eventually
Grows.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it festers. It's
Yeah.
not, it doesn't have to be that this person is this way to begin with,
No.
but his lack of being able to catch up
Yeah.
and do better than, because in his mind, he's supposed to be the breadwinner. He's supposed
Right.
to be the one that's doing this and doing that. And when he's not, and it's obvious, unless he's that small percentage that, and I do have friends where the woman makes more money, but that man still come home, he hand her that check, and they handle shit the way they handle it, and that's cool for them. You do have some men that are very comfortable in those positions, but for that small percent, I mean that larger percent that is not, it ain't happening.
On top of the, if you factor in age, right? Let's say, from my perspective, what I'm speaking of, he was older than me, right? And I'm younger. So there's no way that this young Black girl out here doing better than me and I'm her senior, 10 years plus.
Ain't happening.
We ain't happy about that.
And listen,
I mean, just to this.
What you shaking?
But see, I think a lot of times, Jeff, you look at things from your perspective and how you wouldn't.
No, I take account. There's not a lot of guys like me out here.
But we're not talking about you. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I'm thinking of other.
This is not you.
Thought process. And just hearing the verbiage being thrown, he sound like he's on some bullshit from jump. It's very hard if you this girl and you on the same team, just because 5, 10, 20-year difference.
But how often do people get on teams? You have friends that get into business together with the best of intentions,
and end up
and things happen.
Most times I've heard of those scenarios where it flipped. She started throwing comments at him that basically I'm grinding them on. You ain't doing shit. Woo woo woo. And that started resentment, or maybe friends they overhear something.
So somebody got to be
saying, "Oh, she made money. You a sucker." But
even with that, that's still allowing things to happen. But still, things happen, and instead of working it out, however, those things got in and things started to fester. However, it happened.
Right.
So it happened. It happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody necessarily has to be a bad guy. I feel like, people's confidence, stigmatisms, ego, all of that plays a factor, regardless if somebody says something or not. It could just be a chip on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is
it happened.
A man with a woman who has or makes more than him won't build that woman up.
And then we didn't even get to the, if we think of her this way, are we really, treating them the right way? Are we having sex? Can we have sex? Is sex even an option? Well, who on top? Who on the bottom now?
Why does that matter?
Well, I mean, I guess that's how. See, for me personally, and let me just start by saying this. That's why, for me personally, I personally don't want somebody who makes or has less than me. That's just me. I'm at a big old age where, nah, you know what I'm saying?
Just some of the stuff old girl said sound like you threw stuff out there to old boy. I'm
just saying, it don't have nothing to do with my kids or none of that at this point, because my kids are taken care of and my kids are not anybody's responsibility. But I'm at the age and stage where I done raised up enough children, and that's just what it is. But at the same damn time, what I've learned is my game is way more valuable than than the label that I put on it. And I'm charging.
But I feel like I gotta ask, why do I have to be a bad guy? I feel like I'll give you an example of a conversation that was had. So I was like, hey, I want to go out to eat. It was during the pandemic, right? So, you know, stuff was cheap. We both were still gainfully employed. And I was like, I want to go out to eat. I'm hungry. I'm tired of sitting in this house looking at you. Well, you always talking about going out to eat, but I don't have. Bet. I got it. I want to go. Let's go. I'm hungry. Right? So roles reverse. Just in that one conversation. At the time, I hadn't considered it. I was just like, I'm hungry. I want to go eat. You ain't got it. I got it. Let's go. Right? But in that one conversation, we flipped. And we had a talk after this too. He was like, what you mean you pay for it? You gonna pay for stuff? I'm like, but I want to go. And you said you couldn't. So why can't we? So if roles reverse in that one conversation, why can't roles reverse in other situations? I don't necessarily have to be the bad guy, but I just said something that I took charge in something, and then that made me the bad guy.
Yeah, he's on some dumb shit with that. This your girl, y'all a team.
Yeah, but everybody don't think there is an I in team. It's in the word.
No, there's not. There's no I in team. It's TEAM.
I was gonna say it's in the word penis. Penis.
Gotta make it French. TMA.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've encountered them type of guys, and I found them very strange. If you make 80, she make 100. Y'all got 180,000. What is the fucking problem? Now, unless she throwing comments at you, okay, that's a problem because it's supposed to be we a team. That's our money. We working to build whatever.
I just have my beliefs. I'm not going 50-50 with nobody. I'm not.
Well, and that's something we talk about. You know, I don't believe I struggle with that. Like I feel like I work hard. If I'm in this with you. I want to do what you do. Like so unfortunately, you know, I'm more of a 50-50 girl, or at least let me do something.
I've been working on you though.
I know you have. I'd be like, you can pay for that. But I believe in earning my keep and adding value.
No, it's still earning your keep. It's definitely still earning your keep. I guess what I'm saying is that I know with a man and a manly man that, you know, it's like if you handling it, daddy, you handling it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I'm not in a what you shaking your head for?
No, that's bullshit.
I thought you was in the good guy phase. What you talk about?
A man can be a man and take care of things and not be where I gotta do it all because I'm the man.
But see, I'm not saying it all. And,
no, it's some cats I've encountered conversation that be on that dumb shit. Like, okay, so if you get sick and she ain't working, now the fuck you gonna do?
But see, we're not talking about women who aren't working. You sitting here having a conversation with two women that work.
No, I'm just these scenarios I gave that person. Like,
and even when you're talking about women that don't work, what people have to understand even about that is that couple set that up that way. That's how they wanted it. That man wanted a woman that he wanted a wife or a woman or whatever that stayed home and did, you know what I mean? Like this is set up that way. This is all.
No, I get that, but you have some guys that would try to talk down if a dude has a woman like Lex that might want to do 50-50 work with him.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with none of it. I just have a problem with a man wanting me to pay 50-50, right? But you want me?
What percentage do you want to pay
in
the whole situation?
I'm not doing nothing in a percentage kind of way because we will never be able to percentage everything. It's impossible.
It is.
So because that on top of how much money do I make compared to how much money you make, and then when it comes to a situation where we have children together, you damn sure ain't done what I done.
Correct.
I'm just damn saying.
But 50-50.
So it's just it's so there's so many different dynamics.
Right. And 50-50 can't just be about money. There's emotional.
There's a lot.
Okay, so there's all of that, and then
around the house.
for me, when a man is doing all of those, when the man is handling the bills and whatnot, a lot of times I say yes to sex when I don't want to. Like I could be not liking you, and I might say yes. If I'm paying 50% of the bills, I promise you, I promise you on my life, you gonna have to pay every single time.
You want to hear something funny?
No, I mean like pay.
I know what you said.
Cash out.
You want to hear something?
What's that? What Apple Pay?
Right. I'm gonna hear the
how you make the
ching
wallet. Pull the wallet.
The little cash app, you be like, ching. I gotta hear the little notification.
Wow.
Wow. But do you want to hear something funny?
Go ahead.
There have been experiences where, I've gone half, because there is no half, right? So allegedly, and then it was like, well, you my girl, so you supposed to. I'm like, so I gotta cook, clean, pay half, and do this. I'm like, the math not mathing on this, and then I gotta ask you to send the money to me that is owed on certain days. Come on.
And I make gourmet meals. Like I cook. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not a mature man yet. He's still trying to figure that out because we ain't gonna do that with a mature man. He's laying out the game plan, so y'all know what it is, and y'all working together, playing y'all position.
I cook, and I make
it. The council elders.
I put no cologne on. That laundry smell good. If you mind your business, anyway.
I know the stories y'all speak of because I've witnessed these cats. Like, do you think that's rational?
You don't know unless you are the story. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different.
But let me also say this. I also believe in you doing and running your household exactly the way you want to run it.
Absolutely.
If you and your mate choose to do 50-50, that's what works for y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all do 60, 40. See, I don't even know how it works.
You like all these numbers, bump these numbers, zero.
And just given I've been through the whole dating, marriage, separation, whole process. If you ain't married, you ain't really putting no real commitment on the table with that situation.
You're not really going now?
Y'all renting.
Renting what?
I'm feeling some type of way.
If y'all stand together, y'all can dip whenever y'all feel like it.
There's no commitment. Not married.
I get where
a lot of people I'm knowing. Man, I'm sick of this person. Like, I
get where married people come from saying that, but it's definitely deeper than that. When you've had long-term relationships and you and someone have cohabited for X amount of years and have accumulated things. You know what I'm saying? Especially if those things include children. So I promise you, the dippage ain't as easy or clean. Trust the
clean. Like you say clean. I don't know.
No, I promise. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like something.
The dippage ain't as clean. On top of I definitely, the before God thing is definitely major, but the only thing is, the lack of legalities
now
United States of these Americas.
In your situation so far, Lex, has the guy brought up getting married?
Yeah, we were engaged.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got some statistics, huh?
Nah, the way you describe the dude don't sound like he would even bring up marriage. That's kind of weird.
I think that was
That's your perception.
What was that?
Perception.
Her reception.
I said your perception.
Oh.
And I was gonna say maybe it's the imposter.
A lot of dudes don't want to get married. That's real. Now you do got some that figure, well, if I got a sugar mama situation, she breadwinner, I can love her. Yeah, I can do the marriage. Yeah, I can do it. But average cats ain't trying to get married.
But that wasn't what that was.
I mean, just the description dude don't sound like he's a real dude. I could be totally wrong.
Like he's a real dude? What do you mean, like a real person?
I mean, he exists.
I mean, when I say a real dude, what a man should be doing as a man.
But we got to go ahead and wipe half of these folks off the map because
Jesus coming back. Take all of them with you.
We're gonna be all rubbing up against each other. We ain't gonna have nothing.
I don't know what this ideology that you have of men that are currently walking this earth, but
I know some. There's some mature minded men.
So listen, this is what I want from you. I want you to start lining these Negroes up on this show. Not for me.
I'll talk to.
Now most of them are now single. I will have to look because most of them have.
Why the hell would anybody want to know about a married ass good man?
I'm making a statement.
He good enough to
when they were dating, they were real.
Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares about a married good man. Nobody cares.
We're talking about dating in 2023. We're talking about the pool that is available currently right now. That is
I'm going to find at least 5 dudes that is worth something in 23.
I call baloney. It's getting hot in here.
It cannot be that damn. It can't be that bad in 23. And there's not 100%. I'm not blaming. I'm not gonna believe it's 100% ain't shit out here. That's like saying
well, I mean, you said
it, and that's not.
You said it. Hey, you said it.
Some dudes saying that about women, and that's not true. So I'm gonna say at least African on both sides. That's quality. Something you can really build with. That's out here. Now I don't know where they hang out at. Where you gonna find? Because there are some women raising some decent men. Like some mothers.
You keep saying that, but like, are they like women under a hut?
I don't know what they be. Maybe they're in church. Maybe they go bowling only. Maybe they stay in the house reading books. I don't know.
You fighting for the invisible man?
They're not invisible. They're not. It's not 100% on both sides. Ain't shit out here in 23. I do not believe that is.
What's the Loch Ness? Is it the Loch Ness monster?
No.
Girl, Bigfoot. Loch Ness monster.
That's saying Bigfoot, that all the black men out here.
What's the one name that be in the snow? The snow. The abominable snowman.
No. What you're saying is women are not raising up good men at all.
Well, show me the
they
dark.
Got no good mamas out here raising up a decent dude. Is what you're saying. That's not true.
Who the darkest one?
I didn't say nothing. I said, "Are you showing me an invisible man?" That's what I said.
Not the invisible one. He sound real like who the darkest?
Invisible man.
The dark one?
Probably Bigfoot. He like
no, not no Bigfoot. They're real people.
He probably a Virgo.
Oh no, he a Virgo. No, yeah, he probably is a Virgo. He probably is a Virgo.
Who Virgo?
He love me too, ain't he?
Oh, this invisible man.
Not Bigfoot.
There's some real people out here.
Okay.
I had a conversation with some dudes like, no, there are some real women out here too.
Are the dudes you talking to? They married? Because I don't even know.
No, Bigfoot probably married.
No, when are single when they're asking. Ain't no men out here. Ain't no women out here. Like there are. You can't tell me everybody is raising fucked up people. That's not true.
Well, I can't speak.
Here's the thing: it's not that these people are just the worst people in the world. They're flawed. Everybody's flawed in one way or another.
Granted,
and I think that what was
not
happening.
How y'all saying ain't nothing out here.
Every other episode of this show, people are with the wrong people. People are using the wrong parts of their anatomy to choose people. So they are with the wrong people.
But there's some that maybe they're not dating. Maybe taking a break, or they trying to be their version.
I got at this point that I know what I'm talking about. Like I literally know what I'm talking about. I have all the answers right here, and I'm giving them to y'all. Do I use them? Do I apply them to my life? No.
I mean, that'd be too much like right?
You got them people too. But it ain't just like nobody.
I mean,
an invisible man and shit. Like,
the invisible man is fine. Okay. Put on that outfit.
I don't believe that.
So do you see his clothes? Why he have them on?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that will work. He could wear a Scully.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find out where they hang out at too. I'm gonna figure this out. Find out where they hang out at.
I challenge you.
It's like some Nike socks and a Scully.
And then Jeff, they can't be thugs because you was right.
No, that's not a man to me. That's her. I'm talking about a man.
Oh, so Nike socks and a Scully. That's kind of thugged out.
I ain't talking about the Pookie and Ray Ray. I ain't talking about them. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about a real dude, mature, mental dude, know how to get a job, has his place, has a car.
Oh, so like dress socks.
He still got to get a job?
No, he got a job.
Oh.
He got on dress socks.
He got on dress socks.
He got some loafers on. Mm-hmm.
He in a room because he's making click clack sounds on the
He still can be wearing jump shoes, maybe.
With a peacoat.
Corduroys.
I mean, it was just conversations last year that a lot of dudes making from 40 to 90,000 were looking to try to get married.
Did you say 40?
Yeah, 40,000 to 90,000.
Oh, you cute.
That's crazy.
That's when all the Kevin Samuel stuff was out. Like these dudes but they dating the wrong people.
We do know the median, right? Like, of like the poverty level and then, like the classes, 40,000.
Yeah, some people still making 30.
Wow.
Now, what's a cutoff median for you? Now, you
going to girls.
I'm making salary. What's the cutoff for you?
We can't start at 30 nothing. Okay, I can't talk.
Okay, but what's the cutoff? 50?
No, keep going.
60?
You might want to keep going.
Okay. 80.
We can talk. I mean, you got to at least match, right?
Now, if the man that was truly made for you was making 75,000, you wouldn't fuck with him?
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind talk. I'll talk. I really don't ask. I don't even, when I go on dates, I don't ask. It'll eventually come out, right? Like you can kind of tell, but I don't ask. If you ain't got a car, or if certain stuff just kind of fall into place, you can kind of tell.
You have a place, car, job.
On your pockets, you know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. When we're talking about this figure, that would be if I was actually being like, okay, so how much do you make? What is your current credit score? I'm about to run a background check. I'm not out here doing that. Now, if the conversation comes up and you tell me and I see how you moving and I feel like maybe there are certain things that we just can't do, but don't get me wrong. I'm not let's talk about dates or going out. I'm chill. What would you like to do? What can we do? What's fun? What fits your budget? Do you want to stay in and play games? That's fine by me. But I also like to eat nice things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm flexible in that manner, and I can meet you at any level, but what kind of energy are you putting in? You know what I'm saying? Are you putting in, oh my God, I got two whole pennies to rub together and I don't want to be outside and I shouldn't be outside?
Nah, that person shouldn't be outside. You only got 2 pennies.
Okay, because they be outside. They be outside like, girl. They be outside. There are dudes that's outside that don't currently have their own home and they got like a bag in their car and they're trying to come into your house and stay a little while and take a shower. Okay?
And they would get a taker though.
They are outside. My one friend, my best friend,
will get a female to let them in the house.
We call them hobosexuals, where they try to come in and stay a while.
And they do.
No,
I didn't know females like. But you say this dude was decent. But he was boring. Like, okay.
But
You
see, again, that has to do with maturity, and I think that has to do with I don't even know if it's just maturity or perspective or what, but it took me to get to a certain place in my life to realize that one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other, and just knowing what was more important when it came to a relationship and, excuse me, living life, and the difference between the everyday life. Like, you know, we used to think that, or we're taught or told that it was love or lust. It's, to me, it's bigger than that. It's not even just love or lust. Like, it's bigger than that.
It's the day-to-day operations of living together and dealing with each other.
Yeah, like you have to be able to function with this person. You have to be able to like this person. You have to be able to.
Well, even if
you can have those conversations, though. I'm not having real conversations about stuff like that.
Yeah, it's so much.
Ooh, I like you. We hang out.
Learn that,
but you ain't got no idea where you going the next 5 years at all. You just hanging out, fucking, and spending money.
But even if you don't like
this bill, we gotta pay this.
But Johnny fucking and spending money is so much fun, and you can get caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy to get caught up in that because it's such.
We're going to parent-teacher conference. I thought you was going. What?
Yeah. No, but see, when it comes to that stuff, when it comes to shit that's supposed to be handled, that's done. I'm handling that. It's in the calendar. Boop. That shit is done.
These are conversations people.
You get what I'm saying? But the fun stuff is like, okay, you want to do that too. But then when you get to a point where you're like, okay, well, damn, I'm doing the fun stuff. I'm doing this, but then, okay, something else is missing. Oh, okay. See, nobody told me about this other shit.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be some other shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you caught up. Now you fucked up, and you don't even know what the other shit is, and now you got to figure it out. Got to figure it out, and it's something else. Is like,
oh, absolutely.
It's deeper than communication. It's understanding. It's overstanding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just it's so much.
Lab at Wayne State, and that's what we kind of thought. Now look back, birthed this show because people didn't know about A, B, or C. Don't matter what coach was, and we just chopping up on, well, you should be doing A, B, C, D. Like, why? Because it points to here and connects here. Oh, ain't nobody told me that shit. Like, at least you was here today.
But I think that comes from like upbringing, right? So like if we're talking about relationships specifically, like I didn't come from a household that had marriage, right? So I don't know what a healthy relationship looks like, or how to maintain one, or what.
That's a good percent of black family, even with married, because they was fucked up back in the day.
Yeah. So no compassion or understanding or compromise or.
I just saw work. Don't get me wrong, I saw some relationships here and there, but more than anything, I just saw work. I saw hustle. I saw making it happen. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, and I saw struggle and not wanting to struggle no more. You know what I mean? It was just.
I mean, we still got guys who feel I can't never show emotion. I'm a robot. I gotta be tough. Like, dude, you're gonna crack.
Yeah.
If that woman ain't real enough with you to let you be vulnerable, she ain't shit.
That's an ego, though. I feel like that's an ego.
No, I've met a lot of women.
Let me say something to you.
You better not come around me like real.
But you saying she ain't shit. But what if she don't know how? We sitting here talking right now about your upbringing and like Lex just said, she didn't grow up seeing certain relationships, so she don't know. What if this woman didn't grow up seeing certain emotions, so she don't know? It ain't that she ain't shit. She don't fucking know.
Yeah.
That's true in some scenarios, but if it's
right, but you
communicate that with the person, and you
just labeled her ain't shit.
You're right.
So if you were
data,
you're telling this person if she ain't holding you down and you need this, that, and the other, she ain't shit. No, what he ain't telling you is she don't know how.
Now you're right, but if this dude is trying to communicate to her and she's still not trying to
listen, you can communicate whatever you want to communicate to her. If she don't know how, she don't know how. Now if you're gonna work with
learn if he's communicating that to her.
But that's
That's
on
how you
top of
think
that,
people
you just
learn.
don't know.
Okay, so you
Like
so
dude
so you
can't
get
stop
somebody
every
who
time.
does not know how to read, and you tell them, listen, you need to learn how to read. I'm gonna need you to learn how to read. That ain't how that works. It's not how that works.
If she care for that person, she gonna try to adapt to the situation.
So they gonna just you gonna just hand them this book and they gonna learn how to read it? No.
You work with them.
You put them in a position to learn.
Like
You
I
learn
said,
with
you
them.
work
Show
with them.
them.
You can go to counseling.
Compassion.
I'm saying because you gave me some better data to add to it.
Data don't do it. Data is not love.
And I'm
Data is not understanding. Data
That's
is not compassion. That is what you do to a computer. You ain't fucking a computer.
You're not a computer, but we are people. We are always evolving. So if you ain't never learned,
You're not fucking a computer.
your
Which is
mate
why
is
eventually
trying
you're not fucking
help
that woman.
communicate with them.
But y'all don't hear me.
She should want to try to communicate that with him. She can't be stuck on, well, I ain't never seen that, and that's all I know.
But isn't that the mantra? You know what I'm saying? We've always done it this way, so why do it differently?
If y'all give a fuck about each other, y'all gonna try to adapt. Just like a man can't say that same thing, whatever that situation might be. Well, that's all I know. That's not good enough no more.
I'm not saying that's all I know. I'm saying if this is how I came up and that's how you came up, let's work on it together. Because him talking to you, telling you that ain't helping us. And it ain't helping me. And you telling him that I ain't shit for that ain't helping us and ain't helping me. And then him handing me this book saying, hey, learn to read ain't helping me. But taking me and showing me what it
Teri,
is I need to
saying.
know.
I ain't saying it like that, but I've been saying he's gonna try to work with her. And if she still don't want to learn nothing, she ain't shit.
Listen, then that's very different. And so what that ultimately means is that these two people are not for each other.
Yeah, people.
That's what it ultimately means.
They don't want to adapt.
At that point, you get what I'm saying. But what you can't do, what I've had to learn is, because even with my ex, I had to learn that I cannot be angry with this man for not being able to give me what he cannot give me.
What he don't have, yeah.
He
and
didn't have it.
Some people aren't.
He didn't want to do it. He didn't fucking have it.
Some people aren't adaptable. They don't have it. They don't
It doesn't have anything right with adapting and learning and this, that, and the other. Some people don't. He ain't got it now. He couldn't give it to the one after me. He couldn't give it to the one after that. Listen. He ain't got it.
He ain't trying to, unfortunately.
But he didn't try to. He did. Listen, some people ain't. Listen, you don't even know what the it is. Some people don't. It's just whatever it is that you may want or you may need from a person they may not have. They may love you to death, but they don't have it.
I get that.
Love will not make you have something for somebody that you don't have.
I totally agree with you. But we are still evolving people. They will get it at some point, maybe not with you. I don't agree in any terminology that they will never get it. That's a choice they're choosing.
Some people will never get it. There are 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old people that have never gotten it.
And they chose not to.
It's just that damn simple.
They chose
not
to.
But I feel like there's your half, there's Teri half, and then there's something in the middle that you're not willing to like acknowledge. And I feel like there is a gray. You know, there's a gray to all situations.
Okay, tell us the gray. I'm with it.
Yeah. No, you're speaking of the gray. Like
right, okay.
Something to offer that can't mold. It's not that they don't want to. It's not that they haven't tried. It just don't stick.
So I'm not saying that is necessarily that they can't or that they don't want to. It's just that you can't get somebody, you can't make one color another color. No. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I mean? Like some things just are. Some people are who they are, what they are, and they just are not capable of certain things. They may try but it may still never live up to what it is you need or you desire. So this is all that I'm saying. And sometimes that shit is you. Sometimes you're the problem. Sometimes you're wanting something from somebody that you needed to already have yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're the whole issue.
I mean, look at the world now. Before COVID, we would never have talks about mental health. If you talked about, oh, something wrong with you, you gotta go see a therapist. But because of COVID and everybody had to deal with this new world, mental health is a thing. Jobs give mental health days. People that may never want to deal with it, you know what? My family had that problem for years. We just never talked about it. Now they're adapting to change because it affected everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So people might not want to change. That's true to some degree, some people. But they're still somewhat changing because you're changing every day. Hopefully you with someone, y'all changing together.
So do you feel like so with that being said, have you in your situations, have you done the work? Have you changed? Have you done what you needed to do to change to make things work?
I still feel short sometimes.
I can say I have as well. I feel like I always am. I'm always trying, and I feel like with everybody, it's different. You know, you learn something new about yourself that other people would have brought out.
Because some people, it's this. Damn, everything else.
See, no, for me, I'm always willing to compromise.
That's going to have to change.
I'm always willing to let's sit down. I'll make a list. Like, let's make a whole list. What do we need to work on? What do we need to do? And I'm always open and willing to change and willing to fix it. But I've always found myself on the very, very short end of the stick where I did all this change and
nobody was reciprocating.
Nothing in return. And then I feel like over and over and over and over and over again. And what I realize is, people are who they are. People, this change thing that people promise is a you know how when you're on the game and you need like that free man, that free life. That's what the fuck that is.
I mean, the biggest thing from my experience is that I've learned. I ain't believe in going to counseling. You should go to counseling if y'all have issues. I'll tell anybody that now. But the goal should always be, I'm doing my best to work with the person I'm with and add to them compared to, I'm here to get what I need that, give me that. Oh, you good. Because now it ain't really growing to what it should be as the team that you hope y'all could become. And eventually a power couple if y'all have entrepreneurship aspirations. But I think you guys have those conversations. That's why I've learned some people really don't have real conversations.
But I think too, you also need to work on yourself. Like, I mean, you can work together as a couple and you can figure out, you know what I'm saying, the nuances. But if you're not strong individually alone, like you don't love on yourself, you're not present for yourself.
A lot of people are not tough like they think. You know, they think it, but when life happens and stuff get real jacked up, you start seeing that, let me pull you back up. I know it's bad, but we're gonna get through it. I've been through worse. And they look at you like, how can you because you gotta get to the other side of the road, figuratively speaking. I don't care how fucked up shit is, it could be horrible. But you still gotta keep moving. You can't stay there.
But see, even beyond that, what Lex said is highly important. But to add to that, I think part of therapy and stuff like that is being self-aware.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And being aware of your own flaws. Because sometimes when we're on this road, we think we're so self-sure. And a lot of times it's like, nah, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like you sometimes you need that person to kind of give you that mirror a little bit. To see yourself clear, or to, sometimes it helps you clean your glasses off. You know what I mean? It's just, it's helpful in that way. And I know for me, what I found out was before I could ever go to therapy with somebody, I definitely had to go by myself.
And I think that's the biggest thing, because I've been in a situation where I thought that, counseling was the answer and it was going to solve things. But, sitting there, I'm like, it's not offensively, but I'm like, there isn't any value to be had if the person on the other side of the screen can't self-acknowledge, can't, admit to issues, can't, if you're not bringing nothing and sitting there talking to this lady about dinner from yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Like and you're not doing no homework,
or just what somebody else did to you. You know what
Correct.
I'm saying? Like if you can't acknowledge a part that you played in something, like
what we working on? we paying this lady to argue, okay?
and that's the crazy part, because my logic, no one gives someone to be at each other's throat. You want to have good times, grow together, do family, build something together, and leave a legacy. But if you have a homeboy or homegirl that's telling you the situation, you just sitting there listening, you had no dog in the fight, like, but it sounded like you was wrong there and they was wrong there, and y'all need to talk about it. I ain't see that. Like, it's glaring, but you gotta look at you, because y'all arguing for the last 2 days. You telling me in this scenario, you ain't play no part in this argument. They just got home and just started arguing for no reason.
Years.
It's their fault. Like, y'all both played a part because y'all still arguing. So we gotta have a real conversation and talk about it, and that's where it get murky, because I don't want to tell them my feelings, but that's your bait. That's be a safe place, so I can figure that shit out, or go see a counselor and there put it on the table so I can figure it out. Y'all gonna keep arguing. That's a lot of work. You might throw something at each other. Now you're getting toxic.
Arguing is dead. Arguing is dead. That's why I like the single life. There is nobody to argue. The invisible man. I can argue.
Yeah. Well, and then for me, like, if the arguing is not constructive, if it's not leading to resolution, like, I'm just at the point where I'm resolution driven. If I'm solution driven, if we're not getting somewhere, I ain't going nowhere.
I normally am like that, but call me on my name one too many times, I'm gonna make you.
No, I'm deaf. You know me. I'm deaf. You know what I'm saying. I'm always.
See, it's gone too far now.
You know what I'm saying. I'm always got a hoodie on. I'm always with it. But
I'm about to peaceful life. So you be like, oh, you walking away?
Yeah, we don't need to be Alexis as you
mama.
Let it be known. We don't need that.
Yo, mama.
Off top. But I don't want to, though. Like, I'm to the point where I want to be in a situation where we can just say what we need to say to each other, and then just sit there cross-legged and just breathe. Like, let's just breathe.
Yeah, I hate arguing.
Like, no, babe, no, let's just meditate.
Like, why you got that little scrinkly thing on your forehead? Why you mad?
Like, come on, babe, let's just meditate. Put your hands on my hand.
I'm upset if I got to argue with you, because I hate doing it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's because I don't fight fair, so I don't want to hurt your feelings. Because then I had to apologize, and I don't want to do that.
Oh no, I go low. I had you think about
going low. See, now you know you accomplished.
Teri, you go low, I go to hell. Okay. Hey,
y'all trying to be beefed out now. Talking like that.
Oh, I cut you. I had you
resolution.
Childhood, like bad.
I think I'm gonna be speaking for the next few days. Like,
like that. Like, she might have been. I don't know. I hate thinking.
I said what I said in the story.
Wow. Say what you said, huh?
Yeah, we don't.
I bet you a firecracker. Mm-hmm. Now, this your first time being on the podcast show?
Yeah, it is actually. Yep.
How'd you like the experience?
It was actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed all the different. I mean, me and T, we definitely have many conversations. She the one, but she gives you perspective. So I appreciate your perspective too. I'm excited to meet these imaginary men.
Then not imagine. I'm gonna find them.
Did you see him just look over his shoulder? Did you catch that?
Not imagine. Y'all said imaginary, like, Jeff. There's nothing out here. I don't believe that hope. I still believe is 1%.
The waters are shitty.
There are men out there. I see them walking past me, but
They come up to you like hubba bubba bubba bubba. It's
they don't
bad.
speak English. They sound like Charlie Brown. Womp womp womp.
Yeah, it's bad.
Charlie Brown.
Womp 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 womp.
Now, is Alexis rolling out or Lex? He could be on Yo Gangster Grizzle. I don't know.
So Lex is the gangster. Alexis is my professional.
Okay, that's the nice one. Okay.
Oh, nice one.
Well, I mean, hear how you describe it. Like, okay, this person come out, it's about to be better duck. Okay.
You know, everybody got a couple egos, right? Like,
I got it.
Stages.
I don't have middle ground. That's why I named my whole brand that. You either suck or you cool. But middle ground, listen. Maybe there's a reason why you suck.
There's a reason why who's single.
No, suck.
Oh.
This analogy.
Oh.
Don't do middle ground.
Not to say, because we
Oh, I chose. It's by choice. We cool over here. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was talking about me. Like, man, he was talking so crazy on that show.
Who? T?
What you talking about?
You say what?
You be talking smack about me. I know.
All the time.
Why? What you do?
Nothing.
Lies.
I try to give honest perspective.
Ain't nobody talking about somebody that didn't do nothing.
You been on the show with her today. You see what I work with. Awesome. No,
She see what you work with outside of the show. She know me in real life.
Mm-hmm.
First of all,
know.
you know what
She's been on the party bus with me.
She know.
And I ride it out.
You have her. It's this way, Jeff. Like, wait a minute, but hold on.
Jeff. No, that's you. No, Jeff, that is you over there. You like, there are great guys and y'all wrong.
There are great men in this United States of
and
America.
I say there are great women too.
Hope today.
I say both.
I'm gonna need to give you a gavel.
10 years ago.
Well, I do plan to run president one day, so vote for me.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Well, what's hell Lord for?
You gonna keep the same speech?
Nah, I can think of
the
top of my
same
head.
speech.
It's been the same speech. Your speech ain't changed.
What
They're
you
great
talking
guys. All the girls want thugs. Was your guy a thug?
about? The descriptions, they sound the same.
Tell him we read books and shit. Nah, come on.
We really do. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all act like y'all, and it's not. It's what we like. Just
Who
like
is weed?
Like
You got to stop throwing the weed out there. There is no weed. There is no weed.
Well, y'all been throwing out there.
Listen, first of all, okay, so listen, before we get out of here, because we are over time, let's get on you just for
It's
3 minutes.
a Jeff session.
Get on me. Go ahead. What you trying to get on me about?
Okay, so you, because this ain't the first time you done got on me about what I like. Listen, I like them dark. Everybody know that.
Good dog. Okay. Dog.
Everybody know what I'm saying. No, I like a little chocolate. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go into the rest. It could get sticky, you know. But what about what the hell you like? What about what you be doing? What about what you be looking at? What about when you scrolling? What you like?
Go swipe left. Swipe left. Swipe right.
Oh, I like you be thick.
You like what?
I like
Thick.
meat.
You said
I
meat?
like meat.
Okay.
I like a female to be thick.
That's it.
I'm infatuated with 6 foot for some reason.
Oh, okay.
But,
You like them big and tall.
Oh yeah, 6 foot and 230 and thick. Get my hiking boots start yodeling. Gotta climb that.
230 ain't thick on 6 feet.
Yodeling.
I've dated it before. Yes, it is.
Oh, he like them German.
Nah, she's black.
Yodeling?
Yodeling?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, okay,
I say that because
I'm when you get a chance. I want to take a look.
I say the yodeling because I'm climbing the height. I'm making an analogy. But she's a black.
I was about to say, if you got a 6 foot black thick yodeler, send me that shit. I want to see it.
That she with the invisible man.
That sounds like some kinky shit. I want to see it.
She got a page. slide me there.
Oh man. Now I did date a girl that stayed in Pontiac years ago that was 6 foot and thick. Mhm.
Okay.
Over the years, I've learned to date females shorter.
Oh no. Why you say it like that? Shorter than 6 foot? That's everybody.
Yeah. Because I was just stuck on that. Like when I saw Queen Latifah back there, like, oh, I like that. Tall, thick, cute. I want that. So I wasn't looking at someone my height or lower. I'm like, you too small. I need to look up.
The more you know.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm Scorpio. I'm an open book.
So they good girls, I'm assuming, you know.
I've learned I like a smidgen of thug, quiet, nerdy, laid back.
So no.
Yeah, like a thug. I ain't trying. No, I don't want that because I don't think you're gonna be lady life. If I take you somewhere nice. No, can't do it.
I don't know what make y'all think that a thug don't know how to act when you take them somewhere.
Some people can't code switch, man.
Who is y'all? Because it
Not you on this show. Some females out here. Not Teri or Lex. Not you two. Make sure I'm politically correct because I don't want to be disrespectful at all. Not you two.
him and them thugs. He got something against.
First of all, I'm no thug. You know what I'm saying?
Now look here. You like what you like. And I'm not knocking it when I talk about it. So please don't misconstrue when I'm talking about it.
Got it.
But in conversation I had with some females, they try to say I date that type of dude because a decent dude can't protect me. He ain't cool, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you just like a thug, you like a thug. You ain't got to shit on a decent dude.
Yeah, I've never been looking for protection, though, so that's not my thing.
Cut that out. Just do you.
I mean, I have, but I feel like, look, if you small enough to jump in front of, like, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and size has absolutely nothing to do with heart or
bravery.
Yeah,
most of the dudes probably out front because
you
know that's what the appeal is. So they gotta put that down, and I get it. Like being a nerd, I had to learn you need to mix Boys to Men with Tupac. Figure that out by 25, because you just being straight Boys to Men. Not too many black females checking for that.
You gotta have a little hip, hip hop. You gotta have a little something.
And you learn it on your own. Hopefully someone can like, hey man, you gotta mix these things. Then I sprinkle a little Will Downey with like, okay, you all said you cool.
Will Downey, that's a throwback. That's an amazing man though.
Big Will. Woo! I
gotta listen to that.
All the Man You Need album. My man on that one. Ooh, woo.
But okay, German.
Hey.
A yodeler.
Now I'm be doing the yodeling.
No good girl.
You writing that down? You getting it off?
What you say, Teri?
No, I'm talking to Lex, making sure she's taking the notes for us.
But I'm simple.
You simple.
Yeah.
It ain't a whole lot of 6 foot women out in these streets.
What?
I can tell you from all the way down here.
But I've learned that 4'11" and up ain't bad either.
4'11", you done went all the way there.
He done jumped off a building, girl.
You went from trees.
I don't have this female being taller. I don't trip on nothing like that. But I ain't with no sticks. You gotta have some meat.
I feel like I took offense to this.
But just for real though, 230, if it's a black woman, 230 on 6 feet is not thick.
That sounds like sticks.
Trying to tell you. No, she was.
No, I'm saying 230 is not a lot on 6 feet.
Well, maybe for her body type at 6 foot at that time, it was.
I mean, I'm saying like that's not super thick.
Okay. I guess maybe 250 then. If she that tall.
I don't know. I mean, but like you said, it depends on the person's.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
I mean, if I'm slapping on the ass once it jiggle, that just like
Got it. Yeah, it's all coming out now.
you skinny, you're gonna hit your hand like, damn, ouch. No disrespect.
Slap his skinny ass.
You
I'll
gotta,
let
you gotta slap it right. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna hit a bone, man. No disrespect. I need that boing like the cartoon action going.
Okay, a lot's coming out. So
I know the book. You just never asked me.
I know what to do now. You know what I mean? I'm
Boing.
got it.
I'm an open book, unfortunately. Don't want to be, but it's the path I have to be on now.
I see.
And I'm a Scorpio. I'm more corporate, but
That mean I'm a Scorpio. What's that?
That means a lot. If you know, you know, as they say.
I don't know. I don't use zodiac signs to attribute to my lifestyle.
Everybody's different, but it's some to some of it, from my experiences. And absolute.
Look, I haven't said mine not one time. So
It's cool. Any other question?
Yeah, so next time on the show, I don't know what we're going to be talking about because I usually don't even know what we're going to be talking about when we come on the air. I play it by ear. That's how good I am.
What are you talking about?
I just ended the show. What do you mean? We just went an hour and 31 minutes. Like, I just ended the show. The show is over.
I'll let you have that because I'll let you have that.
That was smooth. Like, you didn't.
That was cool. Thank you for being on the show with us.
my pleasure.
If you want, you come back.
You guys are a lot of fun. Oh, I can come back. Me and
course.
Lex and Alexis can come back, Jeff.
Look, and that other girl I know. Boop.
Oh, you know. Well.
You come back next week if you want.
Well.
Jeff. Okay.
What?
Hey, we'll see.
Yeah, if your schedule permit, let us know. We figure out something cool to talk about.
We will. We always do.
Yeah, this wasn't half bad. Not half bad. Great conversation.
And I hope everybody share, tweet about it, talk about it, repost the show. Have a good night.
Yeah, get y'all manifestations in. Get down.
All right. What?